Welcome to Colorful Journeys of Success. Claire Mullen, producer, host, and author of Color Wheeling for Success, explores with her guests the stages of success in their lives. This show highlights leaders, teachers, coaches, mentors, and even parents who are role models who help change our world. How have you succeeded, and who was your teacher and inspiration? Now, who are the people you teach and inspire? Listen to and watch our fascinating guests as they share colorful stories of success and how they help inspire. Now, here's Claire, the color wheeling lady and our host.
Good morning. Thank you so much for joining Colorful Journey of Success. I'm so glad that you joined us. We have absolutely, I think, the greatest guest in the world. My favorite teacher. Did you ever have a favorite teacher? Well, it's my pleasure to introduce to you Peggy Dooley.
Yes.
Peggy, thank you so much.
Thank you, Claire, for having me.
My favorite teacher. You know, teaching is so, well, you share with our audience, what does it feel like to be a teacher?
Well, Claire, the feeling is, it's a great feeling. It's an amazing feeling at times. It's an exhausting feeling at times. So there's plenty, there's definitely a lot of feelings toward it. However, the reward from teaching, I think, is the best. And that's what I know every teacher out there, every parent can understand that reward, it pushes us. It's my buzz. It's what I...
Your buzz.
Yes, what keeps me going and coming back every day. So it's definitely exhausting, but I want to clarify that it's definitely rewarding. The reward definitely outweighs sometimes the work.
Well, you have an interesting story because you shared with me you didn't like teaching or anything like that. And who was your first mentor, in a sense, your first motivator?
My first motivator ever was my father.
Okay.
So he was my first motivator, but I didn't think I was going to be a teacher at a younger age, you know, because I didn't like school. But definitely when I got older, like I had mentioned to you. Well,
if you didn't like school, there must have been a turning point.
Hated school.
Hated school.
Hated school. I didn't like school. So I was picked on at school. I was bullied at school. I didn't read well in school. I had an eye patch on one of my eyes, had a weak eye. So there was that already starting out a little slower than most kids as far as my abilities to read or do something quickly was slowed. However, it didn't stop me, but it definitely gave me a gift of tolerance for other kids now that I'm a teacher and understanding their differences and the different ways they learn.
Having that negative experience yourself then helps you become an even better teacher.
Immensely.
Yeah.
Becoming a parent, I want to mention, has also been a huge gift to me to be able to be a better teacher as well. So those people, men and women, both out there that have had children, I know are better teachers because of that as well.
Yes, interesting.
So.
All right. So you had the experience as a younger person, a younger student, hating school.
Hated it.
But then something happened. Was there a significant turning point, anyone specific, or it just kind of like grew? Planted the seed, or what?
Well, it happened one day. I was 26, 27 years old. I was working at UPS. Loved my job at UPS.
All right.
And I was working nights, and I was got in an accident where I was injured, and I had to stop and think about, was this something I was going to pursue, or should I do something else? I was very near to graduating from San Jose State with a degree in public relations and marketing. So I continued that and graduated with that degree. But after I got injured at UPS, I went and I substituted at the school where I went to elementary school. They had started a high school there. So I substituted one morning, went in, and I walked in front of the classroom, and it was just this, like I got hit over the head with a hammer. And that
something
message
clicked.
Was, this was a blast. And although UPS I loved, teaching was a different kind of enjoyment. So, and that was it. I signed up to teach. I signed up to sub. Principal really enjoyed my work, So then she offered me a job, and I was at that school for 9 years.
Wow, 9 years.
Stayed with her till she retired, and that's been 16 years later.
And were you actually teaching all subjects or one particular subject? Or
all subjects at first, and then the last 5 years I've been concentrating just on the subject of math. So, which I've enjoyed, because I hated math and was never great.
You hated math, and now you're teaching it.
Now I'm teaching it,
right?
Which has helped, I think.
Right.
Helped find different strategies.
What would you say to a young student that maybe is considering being a teacher, or even just who you were, as far as a student that hated school? Would you use that? Would you focus on that particular student to help them?
Definitely, and I think the student, if they want to be a teacher, they should continue the education, though, into maybe getting a master's degree, pass their credential. There's a lot of opportunities when you have that much, more education. So maybe a single subject, if they like a certain subject, you have to be aware of that too. If they want to just go into math or history, we need teachers. We do need teachers. And good teachers, and teachers that are passionate about their subject matter. So
I think that, well, when I designed this Colorful Journey of Success, it was all about people have success stories, and I want those people to share their stories, and especially if they're helping other people succeed. And teachers is the epitome.
Absolutely.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, you give your heart and soul to these students, and because you don't make a ton of money, do you?
It's paycheck to paycheck, and but the best thing is, every month we get by, but you can't concentrate on that.
No.
Because I was just going to tell you something that slipped my mind. It slipped my mind what I was going to say. But anyway, the feeling you get from teaching is it outweighs so much more than the monetary part of it. Now, someday maybe it'll equal out, but it hasn't stopped me from doing it. So it's definitely a love. But again, it's getting tougher and tougher, though. I would tell someone young, it's getting tougher and tougher to be a teacher, because we're teaching you different students.
Do you think that has a lot to do with the people coming from foreign countries that are now citizens here in the United States, that it's more difficult because they're coming from a different, maybe, style of teaching?
That could be it. My opinion doesn't lie in that fully. However, it's the type of student coming in, the kids that are on the computers, the kids that are the tech kids that are used to instant gratification, not having to do a lot of critical thinking. And when they get to a solution for a math problem, they want it instantly. And that is the struggle, is having the kids show the work.
Explain exactly what is critical thinking.
Thinking. Take a moment and think about it. Think about what every math problem has a solution, and a lot of kids want to give up. They don't want to take another minute, 30 seconds to continue it or look for something. Critical thinking is looking for a solution. That's, to me, it is. Find a solution. Find a strategy. Maybe that can help you get to that answer.
Yeah.
It's just, critical thinking is stopping, waiting, wondering. Have a vision.
Having the vision and the curiosity.
Curiosity, thinking it through. Follow through. Don't skip anything.
I read one time about solutions, how to find a solution. And the visual was this man was walking around this table, and the problem was right in the center of the table. But he literally had to walk around and stop, walk around and stop, because each time he would stop, he would view the problem from a different perspective.
Absolutely.
And so I can see that in math. Maybe?
Yes, for sure.
Does that make sense?
Yes. So one of the things you mentioned is when you're in my classroom, there's 25 teachers, there's one adult. And these kids, even from, you mentioned it, students coming from a different country, I've used that as an opportunity to find a strategy that they might have used. Their uncle, their aunt, maybe their dad is a scientist, their mom might be a engineer. And my precept sometimes is work smarter, not harder. So it's these strategies. Oh, if you do this or jump that number over, it's just easier. I don't want people to hate math.
Right.
The majority of the United States hates the subject of math.
Well, we're going to do another segment on more of the topic or whatever, but I wanted this to be more as a teacher. Peggy, what really turns you on?
Okay, well, as far as teaching goes, every day is different, which is great. I don't have to deal with a lot of adults during my day, which please don't take offense to that, but the kids have so much to give, and like I said, every day is different. I don't know what is going to happen. I don't know how Johnny or little Patty started their day, and seeing that whole child and learning from these kids, having them inspire me, that's what I look forward to. Because as adults, we find a lot of reasons to quit and stop. And we can't. I know I'm someone's role model. You asked me who mine was. Well, I can't, it's hard to tell you that. I said my folks, but you know, being a teacher, all of us teachers that are in the same pot, we know that every day we're someone's role model.
Do you ever encourage the students to watch television?
No.
Okay.
No, I don't.
All right.
I encourage them not to watch TV.
Okay.
I encourage them to put the computer down. I encourage them to pick up a book, feel the book, smell it, draw, take a walk, look at their folks for 10 minutes, 10 seconds. I've encouraged kids to take their mom or dad to the coffee shop and maybe do some math facts sitting at the table. You know, but finding that that commonality with the mom or dad or grandma, grandpa, aunt, and uncle. Get out of the house, go 10 minutes somewhere. I do encourage kids to do that.
You're a very feeling teacher.
I love, I agree. So.
And so when you write on your resume to describe you as a teacher, what are some of the terms you might use? I
would use caring. I'm humorous. I think humor brings a lot of comfort to people. And it brings comfort to me, so I know that's something I can share with people. And I've been able to witness situations that were very volatile all of a sudden simmer because of humor or because of a joke. And sometimes the joke, I'll make it about me. I don't care, just to, you know, to kind of deflate a situation or to make a child, especially, feel not as maybe embarrassed or not of a spectacle. So.
Okay, I have a picture here, and it's a picture of a beautiful scene. Water and rocks, whatever, but it's all about goals. If one advances confidently in the direction of their dreams and endeavors to lead a life which they have imagined, they will meet a success unexpected in common hours. David Thoreau. Henry David Thoreau. What are your goals? We have about 2 minutes left. What are your goals 5 years from now?
Being healthy, being happy, having my daughter happy and healthy, and my husband. That's a goal.
As a teacher.
As a teacher, having these kids walk away and leave a legacy, make an impression. Leave an impression. Understand that what they say to somebody and how they make them feel is extremely important.
I would think if I were a teacher, I would want to see them 5 years from now, 10 years from now, grown up to the next age and where they are. I think that would be really exciting. I'd love to see people grow and learn, and I've met so many inspiring people here as my guests, and you certainly are one too. Certainly a teacher. My favorite teacher.
Thank you.
My favorite teacher.
And I was going to mention earlier, that's where I find my success. That's why my train of thought I lost, is hearing about these students doing well after I've
Isn't that a wonderful feeling?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that's right.
Being part of society.
Well, we're going to start wrapping the show up, and so Peggy, thanks so much for joining Colorful Journey of Success.
Thank you, Claire.
This is all about my favorite teacher.
Thank you.
And so, I think that anyone that is listening to this show, you out there in the audience, think about your favorite teacher. Describe, would you like to be a teacher? Isn't it wonderful? So if you'd like to be interviewed on Colorful Journey of Success, I'd love to talk with you. please give me a call, send me an email, let me know, tell me your story, and share your story and how you help others succeed. Thanks for joining Colorful Journey of Success. Bye for now. Clara Mullen. Bye.